Yeah.
What it do, everybody? It's your boy, the Don Sean. We are live. We are here. We are back. I am joined today by none other than my boy over there on the West Coast, holding it down, Bro St. Polo, first patron saint of professional wrestling. And we are joined today by fight maker, filmmaker, designer, absolute badass all around from Violence X Suffering, our boy Isaac. And we are here, guys, today to talk about Violence X Suffering. Set the tone. Set the tone. Wednesday night, March 29th, Baldwin Park, California, 8 p.m. Starting off WrestleMania week like nobody else can. The card is absolutely stacked. I mean, guys, you see here.
Jam-packed matches on the card, Sean. 8 jam-packed matches.
Look, man, I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm terribly excited. My only regret is that I'm not able to be there because I'll be flying into LA the next day instead of being there the night before, enjoying what's on that card because it's a stacked card that they represent the good folks at Violence X Suffering.
Well, the greatest thing about that is our boy here at Violence X Suffering's got us set. Guys, if you can't be there Wednesday night, March 29th, guess what? Tuesday night, April 4th, streaming live on the brand new WatchVXS.com. Jesus, the boys are doing it super big. Isaac, welcome to the show, brother. How you doing?
Yo, that was amazing. That was the best introduction ever, bro. That was freaking sick. You legit covered everything. that was very sick. I'm very glad to be here talking league. What's up?
My man, like this is your show. The floor is yours. I mean, it's great to have you here in the penthouse. We're gonna run down this card. We're gonna run down the event. Anything else you want to talk about in regards to Violence X Suffering? And hell, anything in regards that you want to speak on? Like, the floor is yours. The floor is yours.
I just want to say, thank y'all. Talking Elite's been a very long time supporter of VXS, and I just want to do cool shit with wrestling, man. I want to go for that Toonami Adult Swim slot. I want to. This isn't just independent wrestling, and everyone involved, including you guys as co-producers of the actual show. Like everyone that's been involved, that's been to a show, understands the vision that this is more than just an independent project I'm trying to launch. This is something I'm trying to launch to actual television pitch to Cartoon Network and Adult Swim and other channels with that niche demographic. I want to incorporate rap, skate culture, push people that probably weren't utilized correctly in the past. People like JTG, people like Too Cold Scorpio, people like I'll even say Loki. He's crazy. Yeah, I'll say it. He's Loki.
Oh, bro, Loki.
All right. Hey. But it's all about having fun, and it's game culture, skate culture, and you get the vibe like once you see it. And something we're talking like that gets that is also the vibe, like not just West Coast but East Coast here with Don Sean over here. He's been to a lot of shows. He could even attest that we try to utilize the future the best way possible, but also introduce new names to the crowd, and that's kind of like what we're doing with Set the Tone. We want to introduce more new names, more people from the East Coast to the audience they're not usually gravitated towards, and see how they do under pressure. So I'm very excited for that.
Man, I will say, guys, absolutely, if you have not been to a VXS show, my first show was Coast to Coast, which was our very first time collaborating together, man. And when I say this, you guys know, especially this past year, in the very beginning, we were kind of just wanting to put our names out there. We were looking for local indies and stuff like that to kind of just attach ourselves to and just kind of try and jump on and gain some steam with them. But then, we started thinking about it, right? And we started saying, is Talking Elite just something that's for everybody, or is it something that we want to, like Isaac's saying here, appeal to a specific demographic? I mean, he's talking about rap, he's talking about skate culture, he's talking about hip hop, he's talking about basically everything. And you guys have heard us talk about this so many times. I mean, myself, Brother St. Polo here, Isaac, we're all just straight New Yorkers. And basically what we're talking about is we want to bring New York culture to the forefront. And New York culture is so diverse, guys. You don't got to be light-skinned. You don't got to be dark-skinned. You don't got to be Hispanic like us. You don't got to be a minority like us. What you got to do is just love it. And just like our boy, shout out to Pick Money, before he even said it, remember this quote right here? If anybody in their lifetime has ever sat here and said they've never liked wrestling, there's a goddamn liar.
Lied,
I'm gonna just leave it at that, my brother.
It's timeless. It's timeless. It's a timeless art form, and definitely you showcasing this timeless art form. Definitely by wanting to push it forth and push on this message. So I definitely do believe in this message. That's why we're here. We the good folks here at the Penthouse. We gonna back up this message, back up this movement, and hopefully this definitely does indeed set the tone coming up for Mania weekend.
I see what he did there.
Yeah, you see what I did there, right? You feel me? So
I see what he did there.
We gonna get it going. We gonna talk about it. We gonna basically just run down this card, and we spoke about the future. You spoke about the East Coast. I see a very big East Coast influence when it comes to this three-way tag match you got going on. I definitely like the talent that you got in this.
That's
yes,
sick.
The team of Wasted Youth: Marcus Maddox, Dylan McKay, B-Boy, Jordan Cruz, and then the team. I mean, fellow New Yorkers right there. And I didn't even know before the show started. I had to get a little class with these brothers, Sebastian Cage and Johnny Santos. So they definitely rep the BX, if I'm not mistaken, as well too.
Yeah,
so,
correct. Yeah.
So Izzy, if you want to talk about this match, you want to talk about the backstory behind this one, it's all you.
Absolutely.
The floor is yours.
No, absolutely, man. First Class is BX natives, and this is a product of a collaboration that I'm doing with our partners for this show, the Shadow Wrestling Alliance. They're actually an independent promotion based out of Puerto Rico and San Juan, and they're from New York, and they're fans of VXS. They came up with the idea originally for Set the Tone. It wasn't going to be Set the Tone. It was going to, I believe, it was going to be like Lucid Dreams 3, and we got offered a collective spot I wasn't happy with, and I ended up just doing my own day, and I decided to do a day before them. And
nice.
I understand like Tuesdays early and Wednesday. I thought I'll be honest here, like I'm very raw. Just a heads up for anyone like listening or whatever. I thought Dynamite was going to be in the same town Wednesday night. They're not. They're in I believe St. Louis.
They're in St. Louis, yeah. They're
in St. Louis.
They're a whole different state, my man.
A whole different state. I think it's I'll say I don't think it's the best move where all the wrestling fans are going to be in that central area with nothing to do on a Wednesday night. So I started doing the Wednesday project with Shadow Wrestling Alliance in Puerto Rico, and I'm very grateful to set the tone with this triple threat extravaganza. It's going to be one pinfall to the finish. Wasted Youth, again, that mission statement of bringing East Coast talent to the West Coast. They had their first LA show with VXS, so they're more comfortable than they were at first. I could absolutely tell by the way they wrestle and the way that they're gravitating towards this matchup. And B-Boy, how you gonna have a show without B-Boy? And especially, come on, bro. B-Boy is a classic. B-Boy is OG, literally, and he is actually a sensei over at the Level Up Wrestling Academy, I believe, in San Diego. And one of his premier students is Jordan Cruz. Jordan Cruz was actually a part of Coast to Coast in LA on the West Coast side. That was his debut and last matchup. So let's see how he is in a tag match with his trainer. In First Class, that's a staple of not just the New York wrestling scene, but also the Shadow Wrestling Alliance. Two guys, especially Sebastian Cage, I feel very misunderstood, very underrated, and needs to. I'll say this probably a lot in this interview, but like breaking out of that East Coast bubble where they just be there and they don't expand to a broader audience. I see companies that just stay towards a central area for long period of times, maybe 4, 5, 6 years. VXS off the gate. We're going on almost 3 years. This is our like 7th city we're touring at. California became our very, very close home after the jump. There's a certain like demand out there. There's a certain like vibe out there that very Latino centric, very open, very respectful, very friendly, and they love competition. That's exactly what this 3-way matchup is. It's competition. You don't know who's gonna win, so I'm very excited for this.
I mean, I'll tell you, man, guys, I'm excited not only because of the classic that is, B-Boy Cruz and having the Bronx represented with First Class. I've gotten to see First Class a few times. Those guys, they get dirty, they get quick. But man, having Dylan McKay and Marcus Mathers here in this match, guys, I'm not trying to sit here and plug the Jersey boy, or the Philly boy, whatever he wants to claim nowadays. But I will absolutely say, man.
Are you going with Wasted Youth to win this match, Don Sean?
I am not. All I'm saying is Marcus Mathers, Dylan McKay, they have a crazy moveset, especially in tandem when they are working together. And I'm excited to see what happens with this. I wish I could be there live myself, man. You guys got me so I'm ready to just pull the trigger and just buy a flight and just champ it out and just sleep on the streets if I got to. But
well, I'm finna be biased. I'm going with first class. I don't mean to cut you off, bro. So I'm going with first class to win this match.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. We can't ask Isaac. He's got insider
That's
information.
right. No, yeah.
I will say I do believe it's gonna be a barn burner on the card, and I can't wait. Another match I absolutely cannot wait for. Not to cut this short or do anything like that. I feel like we've talked a lot about this match, but something I'm super hyped up for, super hyped up for, are these two right here.
Yes,
Jordan
sir.
Oliver
Oh,
and
yes,
Laredo
sir. The East
Kid.
Coast States himself.
My God, the boy, the man,
Isaac, I gotta ask you.
Bro, Jordan Oliver, Laredo Kid, gonna be insane. Bro,
Isaac, I must ask you, what was your intention behind making this match?
It was to set the streets on fire. What are you talking about, boy?
Yes, all of that. I think Jordan Oliver has a lot to prove still after his loss against Brian Cage 6 months ago. But since 7 months ago, he became a star in the time. He became the J Cup winner, the JCW champion. He became a sensation in the tag team of East West Express in the time as well, and had the ability to go to Japan and go places like the UK. He utilized the best in his timing throughout the 7 months. We've been away. I know we did the Game Changer Wrestling joint show, but I don't count that as a solo show. We needed to take off season, especially during the holidays. It's been forever since we had that. So Oliver to just nonstop progress and see him evolve, it just makes me ask, what is the limit? What is the limit? And I looked back and I was like, in the catalog of VXS, Jordan Oliver hasn't faced a luchador yet. Jordan Oliver has it. Everyone's been very strike centric, very grapple centric. Let's see how he is outside of his comfort zone.
Uncharted territory from the side.
Absolutely, it's in his turf. And Laredo Kid, one of the best luchadors I've seen in all platforms, whether it was AEW for newer fans or whether it was places like AAA, anywhere he's at, he steals a show. So this is going to be possibly a show stealer. I can't wait to see what the ace has to bring out of himself, and also more of a road for redemption for Oliver. You just want to see what is the limit for this guy. What is going to be the next big challenge for him?
Man, I hear you, bro. That question you're asking right there, Isaac. What is the limit for Jordan Oliver? I think that's something that we all want to know. Like you said, Jersey J Cup winner, JCW champion recently. He's taken off with the East West Express, but as you said, that was against Brian Cage's undefeated streak 7 months ago, and he wasn't able to take that O from him. So how does he rebound? And nobody better to push the ace to the limit than Laredo Kid. Like you said, in AAA, absolutely, the dude is killing it. He was killing it, like you said, AEW for newer fans. But for anybody that has not seen Laredo Kid, you guys need to, after you watch this, after you see this, go to fucking YouTube, look up the dude, see what the fuck you got.
In Baldwin Park, you're in for a treat.
Because you guys are all hyped up on Commander and Hijo de Vikingo.
Right.
Other guys, you guys got to remember, before all of that new stuff that's happening now, Laredo Kid's been pushing the envelope and setting the tone for quite a little bit of time, and he's back this Wednesday against Jordan Oliver. So I'm hyped up for that. Shall we move on to another match, guys?
Wait a minute, no, you don't. Who wins, Sean? Don't deny yourself.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh,
I would love to hear the predictions from you both. I would love to hear that.
Who wins? I have my answer.
Listen, bro, you already know you're not gonna take your boy and have me try and sit here and go against my boy J.O. on a live stream. I know you're not about to say.
Oh no, I never said that. I just want to know who you's gonna pick to win.
Well, I'm picking Oliver in a hard-fought, probably 20, 25 plus minute match, because Jesus knows he ain't giving up in under 20.
You right though. I ain't finna sit here in this penthouse and go against Jordan Oliver. I'm rolling with my boy, the East Coast States, to get this one. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a hard fought match. It's gonna be a barn burner. This may be the show stealer.
I mean, if anybody saw that promo he cut with me a few weeks back, I'm not gonna, sit here and plug another promotion. But if you guys sat there and heard, Jo's promo on the Talking Elite Youth Instagram page, you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. He even said it. He's not just trying to be the hardest worker in the room. He's trying to be the very best in the world. And I think this Wednesday night has set the tone. He starts that
his
road.
path. He continues his path.
Absolutely.
His path.
Absolutely. So I guess we both got JL, huh?
Yes. I'm going with the sorry, Laredo kid. World talent. World-class talent.
Yes, sir.
JO wants it more.
Just make sure you guys know you guys could follow VXS Wrestling on Instagram at VXS Wrestling. You could also follow Isaac himself at Punk Isaac on Instagram. He is the official fight maker for VXS, guys. VXS set the tone this Wednesday night, Baldwin Park, March 29th, right? March 29th.
March 29th, yeah. Thank you, bro.
Let's go. All right, guys, moving on to the absolute next match. We're going to talk about something that is interesting for sure, only because it is a free for all. Let's talk about the free for all.
Nothing like a free for all.
And somebody else we were mentioning in there, Commander and Mecha Wolf, Kevin Knight, Hijo de Dos Caras, Super Georgie, guys. I mean, this match is stacked. I don't even know what to say. Isaac, what you got to talk about for us?
This is anything goes. I'm thinking about throwing some ladders.
Anything goes.
I'm thinking about throwing some ladders in there. I'm thinking about throwing some more Mashugana in there. You got Super Georgie from Puerto Rico. This guy is like a kickboxer over here. He's like a black belt, but he's Puerto Rican. So it's like Bad Bunny, but he's like Bruce Lee kind of fusion. So you got Hijo de Dos Caras. Come on,
he said Bad Bunny, baby.
This guy is amazing. Hijo de Dos Caras is a phenomenal, legendary wrestler that's just waiting to break out in the American scene. Kevin Knight, oddball, but it's a LA show, and I want to throw some flavor in there. Let's not be predictable now. Let's introduce some more of the future, more amazing talent. Kevin Knight is Commander. What do I need to say? He's just all over the place right now. One of the best luchadors right now that you can find in America, but also Mexico City, and anywhere he goes, he just stuns audience and always has a viral moment. Mecha Wolf, also known as Mr. 450 from Puerto Rico, very underrated talent, I feel, that is really good in the ring, but also tells a story in any match he's in. This is going to be a very...
I'm not incorrect when I say, sorry to cut you off, I'm not incorrect when I say Mecha Wolf is the former NWA Tag Team Champion with Bestia, no?
La Rebellion.
Yes, that is the exact same Mecha Wolf. Guys, holy shit, this match is stacked.
Very stacked.
Flavor. This guy
one fall to a finish.
This guy's gonna have every bit of flavor. You'll have everything.
You got Mexico. You got Puerto Rico. You got Kevin Knight.
You got your technicals. You have your brawlers. You have your fighters. You have your luchadors.
Yes.
Who takes it?
Yeah, dude. There's a wild card. Who do you think got this, man?
Well, I don't know if I'm ready to hear who takes it. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I cut you off, Isaac. You're in the middle of promoting some stuff with this. What were you finishing saying?
Oh no, I just think that this is gonna be a very exciting match. Like, this is gonna wake people up, and this is also just gonna be a match people are gonna talk about throughout the weekend that aren't gonna expect. And I feel like a lot of out of town people, they're gonna come in, they're not gonna know. Most likely, who is a Kevin Knight, who is a Hijo de Dos Caras, who is Super Georgie, you know? So I can't wait to see what happens, and very interested in knowing who do you guys think is going to win this match.
I mean, I think it's between Commander and Mecha Wolf. I don't see.
You don't see Kevin Knight winning this match?
Listen, brother.
Just for the sympathy points?
Listen, my brother. If there are ladders and all this other shit involved, look, Commander is running around on top of ropes the last year.
That's
nobody's
cool.
business. Now you're talking about you're introducing ladders and all this other shit. I bet you somehow, some way, we see him run the ropes, jump onto the ladder, jump off the ladder, hurt somebody, hopefully not himself, and come out with the win, bro. I don't see Kevin Knight coming out with the win over all this flavor here.
Well, guess what? With all this flavor, I'm rolling with Kevin Knight.
Oh, all right.
All that flavor, I'm rolling with, because it seems to me as if Kevin Knight looks like he is the underdog in this match. So I am rolling with the underdog.
I mean, who made him the underdog? You just right now?
I mean, probably. I probably did. But you know what? Kevin Knight might not see it like that. But everybody talking about Commander and Mecha Wolf being a former tag team champion and he'll do this carrot. I mean, it's Super Georgie. I got Kevin Knight.
Heard, bro. Heard. Hey, man, you know, different strokes for different folks. We got it.
All the time. All the time.
I mean, shit, bro. I mean, let's talk about another banger that's on this mug right here, man. And I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna save that one for second to last, because I think the last one and the second to last one got to be the ones that get everybody riled, fired, all the adrenaline and anxiety going. So let's talk about another one that people might really be interested in. We got our boy Rob Shit and Vince Steele going at it one-on-one. Talk to us about this, Isaac.
Hell yeah, they got Vince Steele coming from also Bronx, New York, and
Hey,
out of the Shadow Wrestling Alliance Puerto Rico promotion that he wanted to fight. This is like our versus match. So I was just like, you get one of your guys, I'll get one of mine. You think about fighting. Rob Shit's willing to do anything. He came into the venue in California once with his motorcycle, and the security tried to throw him out mid entrance. They didn't think he was a wrestler. He's just a wanderer. So he's willing to do anything. He hit Matthew Justice with a freaking prosthetic leg last show he was on, and he also had matches against at the time the newly known Dr. Redacted, also defeating Kid Osborne in the previous GCW joint show we just had in a drunken death beer fight.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
This is gonna be a little bit more fist heavy. This is gonna be a knockout fight. We're gonna announce this a winner by knockout, and Vince Steele, very known not just for the slap fights and the knockouts he could do, but watch out because he's a little bit of a surprising high flyer as well. I think that LA audience isn't going to be ready for. So Rob Shit and Vince Steele is going to be very interesting for not just the new fans, but just in general for if you're a wrestling fan or not. It's just going to be a fight. It's going to be a legit fight.
Are you declaring that the winner of this match must win by knockout, or is this a one fall to a finish?
This is winner by knockout.
Holy
this will
hell.
be announced by Larry Legend that day, that it will be a knockout fight. Yes.
Good Lord have mercy.
Shout out to the boy Larry Legend.
Shout out Larry Legend, man.
Man,
Two
that guy.
big hosses just beating the hell out of each other.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I watched that Kid Osborne Rob Shit drunken fight. That shit was crazy. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Vince Steele, Rob Shit to a knockout. Goddamn, Vince Steele looks like a big old boy, but Rob Shit is like a psycho, bro.
Rob Shit's a wanderer.
I don't know if that man feels pain.
I'm gonna go with the wanderer.
I think I'm gonna go with you too. I think Rob Shit comes out with this.
I'll tell you something.
Still.
Rolling Stone gathers no algae, neither does a wanderer.
Heard that.
I'm rolling with the wanderer.
My boy. He said a Rolling Stone gathers no algae, neither does the wanderer. Guys, and don't forget, guys, we're talking about what's going to be happening live Wednesday, March 29th, Baldwin Park, California, 8 p.m.
Setting the tone.
4725 Main Avenue, VXS, Set the Tone, the ultimate Mania Week pregame event. But guys, if you guys can't make it there live, on Wednesday, March 29th, guess what? Tuesday night, April 4th, 8 p.m., debuting on the very brand new streaming service, watchvxs.com. Isaac, not to take away from Set the Tone, man, but I mean, you're setting the tone right now, heavy for independence. A lot of people, not to, shit on anybody, they use Fight, they use IWTV, they use a lot of different things, but you're coming here and you're saying, fuck all that. We're doing our own thing, and we're making watchvxs.com. Tell me a little bit about the thought process going into that.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. This has been an idea in the works for like almost a year. I just feel like we work very hard on each detail we put into the matches, into the shows, into the production, especially that people got to see as an example in Awful Things. That was on IWTV and that was on Fight. But on a professional business standpoint, I feel like we have a lot to offer if we launched our own platform service for wrestling. And this is also not going to be an average show by show pro wrestling service. This is much more than that. This is going to be the official hub for everything violence and suffering. WatchVXS.com is going to have not just the full shows taped, they're going to have live shows as well. We'll stream on the platform. We're going to have unseen behind the scenes footage from vignettes that I've shot with some of the talent that you see at Violence and Suffering. We're going to have some director's cuts and also unreleased matches that we had during the pandemic. I'm not sure if you're I'm not sure if you guys saw the old VHS tapings we did during the pandemic, like peak pandemic, like 2021. We have Jimmy Lloyd versus Too Cold Scorpio unreleased. So we have a lot of matches in the vault that we're gonna introduce on this website exclusively, and maybe even a podcast show or something. I don't know. We're gonna have
Who knows,
a
right?
lot to offer in this.
What you said, talking on watchvxs.com.
Who knows? You know, maybe have a few certain people from a certain house join the team, man.
Yeah,
what is that what I heard? What?
I didn't hear that, Sean, but you know something that sounded very nice.
All I'm gonna say is mental health is a real thing. All right, I know I heard it. Sorry, guys. That was just a dark humor joke. Nobody get offended. But, guys, I mean, you heard it. You guys heard it straight from the man's mouth. Unreleased matches, VHS vignettes. And I'm going to tell you guys, I got to see Isaac at the Jersey J Cup. Not to promote, again, another wrestling special while we're here talking about VXS. But, man, guys, Isaac's one of the hardest working, if not the hardest working. There's many of them out there. You know, there's great guys who work with certain indie promotions that I wish this was an episode to boost them all up. But right now we're here talking about VXS. So I'm here to talk about Isaac. Guys, I've seen him out there. I've seen him with this camcorder that's old school style, recording things just to be ready for VXS at other events with the certain talents that are going to be at his stuff, man. The guy is a hard worker. He is a very, very savant when it comes to this creativeness. I've seen him throw some stuff together that even I was like, holy shit, man, this kid's got great talent. And let me not call him a kid. Sorry, this man's got great talent, you know. And guys, watch VXS.com. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see not only some of the past events we've been a part of to sponsor, other ones that were around before we came around sponsor. I'm excited to see these unreleased vaulted matches. If you guys follow VXS, you know, time and time again, he releases a match onto the YouTube here and there, some that we've sponsored, some that we haven't. So, guys, really, really check out VXS Wrestling. You guys see it on the ticker, scrolling across the bottom. Follow them on Instagram at VXS Wrestling. From there, you can find a lot of their links on their YouTube, etc., where you guys will see a lot of what he's talking about right now. Tuesday night, April 4th. If you're not in the building, Wednesday night, March 29th, in Baldwin Park, California, you get to watch this with all of us. And when I say the production quality is going to be second to none, you're not even going to know you weren't there. You're not even going to know you weren't there. But while we're here, let's get back to the card, guys. We talked about Watch VXS. We've talked about a bunch of matches, but we haven't talked about them all. Let's talk about another one that's sitting here on the card. Jay Malachi, Judas Icarus. Talk to us, Isaac. What can we expect?
Young Bulls.
This is the Young Bulls future fight. We're titling this. Jay Malachi, someone long overdue his VXS return, had a banger with Jackson Drake at American Wasteland that was on the bootleg on YouTube for free, and tons of people since then have been able to utilize him in their platform. People like DPW, FSW, you name it. And this is going to be his first matchup in the East Coast. So I can't wait to see what he's very cocky, very arrogant mentality Jay Malachi has, and he's got to return versus someone debuting for the first time, who I've also been keeping my eye on for quite some time. Judas Icarus, very amazing grappling and strike style wrestler, strong style wrestler out of British Columbia. He's going to be at Set the Tone, and this is going to be a future fight. I don't know who's going to win. This is a coin toss. This is literally who wants it more, who is going to set the tone, who is hungrier, who is more driven. Very fast-paced, hard-hitting matchup. One fall to a finish, but with the way these guys wrestle, it might even end in a knockout. Let's see.
Damn.
Man, I'm going to go out right now and say it. I think Jay Malachi returning, especially like you said, after a long-way return, has a little bit more to prove than the gentleman, Judas Icarus, who is debuting. As you said, Judas Icarus, guys, if you guys haven't seen him, man, that guy puts in work. And I'm not saying it like Jay Malachi doesn't. I'm just saying Judas Icarus puts in work.
You're making it sound like that, don't Sean?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because you're not letting me finish, my bro. All I'm going to say is Jay Malachi, a little bit more to prove. I think he works his ass off, brings himself to the brink of exhaustion to get it done.
You ain't say who was going to win, though.
I just said Jay Malachi, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, I didn't hear that. But yes, I understand. Fair matchup, evenly matched. Definitely 2 stars of the future. I feel like Jay Malachi returning, he has a bigger thing to prove. He has a bigger chip on his shoulder. Judas Icarus has just debuted him, but he's been all around before. I gotta go with Jay Malachi. I'm leaning towards Jay Malachi to win this matchup. I feel like this will, like I said, this will be evenly matched, fast paced. Hopefully a barn burner, not too much of a barn burner, but damn it, it'll definitely, no pun intended yet, all pun intended, set the tone. So I got Jay Malachi winning this match.
I gotta ask, is this the opener?
Have you thought about it?
You gotta watch VXS.com, man.
That's it. Watch VXS.com, guys. If you're not in the building, you won't know until it comes out live. My boy hit
until April.
Watch VXS.com, guys. Man, all right. So, guys, we got the final 3 matches of the card we're ready to talk about. We're going to start with something light, and we're going to build it up slowly.
Yeah,
guys,
like a slow cooker.
We're talking MBM, Darius Carter. Jesus, I'm saying it off the rip. Darius Carter gets it done.
Damn, that was. First of all, you ain't even let Isaac talk about the match. I don't even need to let
Isaac talk about the match. I'm calling right now. Darius Carter gets it done.
You gotta let him talk about the match.
Isaac, tell us about the match. Darius Carter still wins, but Isaac,
what the hell? You know what? I had Darius Carter winning too, but you ain't have to point that out on Sean. You could give MBM some kind of chance.
Yeah, each match usually it's like a debut versus someone like maybe returning or someone in the area that's also been on the show versus another person debuting. These are both debuting talents, and MBM, a guy with style and class, but also grapple centric from Belgium, Germany. That's got to be in Los Angeles, and he's also had multiple co-signs with the people that have been in the VXS roster. So MBM, no better timing than right now against Darius Carter, someone we're bringing on from the East Coast that I feel, again, has to break out of that bubble, has to go towards a new audience. This is his first matchup in the West Coast, and I'm very proud to have Darius in this card. But that takes nothing away from MBM and the qualities he has to offer. In any match, he's willing to do anything but with class. And when I think of that, I think of Darius Carter as well, a man of class. This is a one pinfall finish, but dude, it can end in a submission knowing these guys. But very exciting matchup. I'm very proud, especially to bring people like MBM and people like Darius Carter into VXS.
World class, very exciting matchup coming up. Definitely, this does not lack any slouch. No slouches here in this one. Sean already took his pick. I mean, I got Darius Carter winning this one, but this looks like it will be definitely an international showcase coming up in Baldwin Park.
I mean, guys, it definitely is. Like he said, I mean, MBM from Germany, from Europe, guys. European strong style is a much different style of wrestling. But as he said, MBM can do a little bit of it all. He can be technical. He can do a lot. I'm not saying Darius Carter as if MBM's an easy pushover, easy run. I do know it is absolutely going to be a barn burner. I do believe, as I just said for Jay Malachi, that Darius Carter will be pushed to the brink of exhaustion because, as Isaac pointed out, he has not left the East Coast. I'm excited for my boy Darius Carter. He's not my personal boy. I'm just saying my boy. To be out here on the West Coast, but to be wrestling somebody of international style, of international training, it's going to be an uphill climb for both of these guys. I don't believe they've really kind of wrestled anybody like each other. I think it's going to be a great matchup. But like I said, I think Darius Carter gets it done, guys. I don't know. Something's telling me.
You hit it on the nail, too, when you said that in Germany, it's a different strong style. It's a different wrestling strategy over there. And I think that's what's going to be very exciting because Darius Carter was featured at shows like a Evolve, like a Tier 1 Wrestling, like a Battle Club Pro. There's tons of other promotions he's been associated with that was all about that, and he sometimes felt like an outcast. So this is going to be very surprisingly familiar, at least with both of these men prepared for war. So very, very excited. Very, very dope match to not just introduce to the LA audience, but this is something that you can't see anywhere else. And my mindset through making this entire card was, let's try to offer the most unique card you're not going to see at any other show with people you probably won't see at any other show. Before we even announced this, Darius Carter had no bookings. He is now wrestling for Florida Culture, probably another GCW show and another show at the Globe Theater, and also a show, I think, the day after us. That just shows the effect. Same thing with Jay Malachi, same thing with Judas Icarus, same thing with MBM. And when we say set this tone, we mean it, dude. I want to know What does Bo think of who's gonna take this one, man?
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now. I sit here, and as you were talking, Isaac, and you were talking about the European strong style, this match heavily gives me Steven Regal, Fit Finley vibes. I am going with Darius Carter to
That's
win.
class right there. I love it.
I mean, guys, I will say this. I am maybe being a little bit biased because, as Isaac mentioned, I am familiar with Darius Carter from his Evolve days. I do believe, if I'm not incorrect, I have seen him at the Queens Brewery in Ridgewood, Queens, a few times as well on a few different cards on some shows over there. So maybe I am being a little biased because I have seen some of his work. I won't lie, I'm not the most familiar with MBM, but I have seen him on a card in Europe before. So I do know, like I said, it's going to be an uphill climb for both of these guys. You know, I think
You're just getting introduced to everybody to their styles as well, too. So it's a double debut for both of them. Eventually, their first time in the ring together.
I mean, I think Mania Week brings a different set of nerves for everybody in the industry, you know, especially for those who haven't been on that grand stage. I mean, the card is titled Set the Tone. I mean, but it doesn't just mean it
because you don't
it's
know who's watching.
Week. You really don't know who's there. You don't know who's putting their eyes on it. I do believe that these guys are going to be pushed to the absolute limit. But as I said in the very start, before even saying anything, I think Darius Carter gets it done. No disrespect to MBM. I'm sure my boy is going to work his ass off to prove to everybody he deserves to be on their television screen every single week. And we can't wait to see that on watchvxs.com Tuesday, April 4th. But you could be there in person Wednesday night, March 29th. Make sure you guys are there. I mean, I think we said everything we need to say about MBM Darius Carter. Guys, let's get into the co-main and main event of this here live stream. Obviously, I won't know until I watch it, unless I sit here and say, all right, Sean, we're going to LA on Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. But
damn it, Sean. You know what?
Let's talk about
my flight change.
Let's talk about the one that has our name, Talking Elite, attached to it in some small form. We are talking about the Northeast Beast.
That's right.
Alex Price versus the one, the
Brooklyn.
Jay the God. Guys, this fucking match is insane. And the fact that it is on the absolute first card of Mania Week, holy shit, it is not one to miss. Alex Price, Jay the God, Wednesday night, March 29th. Talk to us, Isaac, because this right here is insane. This one's insane, kid.
You must know.
This is New York versus Boston, man. This is everything and anything. We actually have a promo we're gonna drop tomorrow of Alex Price and actually how deep of a meaning this has. But this is someone that Alex has been growing up looking over and watching for some time, that inspired him to become a wrestler. Alex Price is very hungry, and when he found out about the match, I didn't even tell him. Like, I just announced it. He found out about it, and he gave me a look, and he's just like, wow. Like, his eyes just opened up, and just with that look, you can see how much this means for Alex Price coming into LA, working select companies and starting with VXS. And we want to offer quality to people that have quality like Alex Price. JTG, he's been there since day one. My first show that had the cops called 3 times, that kind of made us. JTG was there. The first Mania Week at Tampa, JTG was there in his first death match against Dr. Cube at the time, and he won. He's also been, of course, featured at GCW and NWA after, but this is someone I see on that should be on TV right now. I want to see JTG go back to a platform like WWE where he deserves the best. He's not only in the best shape, but he could wrestle probably the best he's ever yet. Like,
best
dude,
mindset
he pulls up like a move, that variation you would never imagine seeing, much like Alex Price. But you would see JCG pull out like a sling blade that's modified into a backbreaker, or maybe he did a neck breaker or razor edge combination. Like, JTG is so bright and deserves more than what he has right now, because he shouldn't be on the independents, and I shouldn't be using him as corny as that may sound. That's just reality where JTG deserves to be on TV. I never got to like speak on that, so I just feel like this is the right platform to finally get to speak on that. I don't really podcast like that, so to see what he could what you could do is test his limit. Let's go against one of the brightest, youngest, hungriest wrestlers right now. I just saw him on Prestige Wrestling in the background. Like, let's go. Let's see what Boston has to offer in New York. Let's go. Very excited for this match. This is one of my favorite matches, and you guys made it happen. So thank you guys so much.
Hey, bro, St. Paulo, I'm gonna let you get your thoughts out because I got a lot of them, and I definitely need some time.
Well, first of all,
bro, I'll let you talk.
We are more than appreciative that you would use JTG for this match because this looks like it's going to be a very special matchup. I feel like more so for Alec Price, who is right now growing into his own. He is definitely one of the best right now in the game. JTG, veteran of the game, constant student of the game, continuously evolving. Like, loving his work the last few years. Like you said, a man who is criminally underrated, should be on television, should be on our television screens every week. You covered most of the thoughts, Isaac. I mean, it's New York versus Boston, bro.
It's New York versus Boston in California. What, my boy?
What else do you want? What else could you ask for? But even not to be biased, I gotta stand up with New York and go with JTG to win this match. This just sounds like it's a match for Alec Price to prove his worth, and his stock will definitely be risen after this match if it hasn't been raised before. But in the end, I do believe JTG will wrestle the match that he needs to wrestle in order to beat the Northeast Beast.
Look, guys, I mean, you heard it from Polo, you heard it from Isaac, now you're gonna hear it from your boy Don Sean. Guys, my voice is probably gonna start cracking a little bit because, JTG, absolutely, besides being criminally underrated, part of Crime Time, rest in peace to, his partner Shag Asper. But listen, man, this guy, as everybody said, his moveset is innovative. It is not a copy of others. It is innovation of others. It is, like back in the day, they used to have the innovator of offense, the innovator of violence. I'm not going to start naming those guys, but those guys had those monikers. When I say JTG is an innovator of professional wrestling, he is an innovator of professional wrestling. And man, as you all have said, he deserves to be on TV every week. He deserves to be on TV 7 days a week, 365. If that's the case, sorry about that. That's my alarm, guys. He deserves to be on everybody's TV, especially, again, one of the best tag teams, paved the way for tag teams like Street Profits nowadays, and those guys to kind of walk in their light the way they walk in it and be themselves. I mean, Jay the God, what else can be said about him? But no slouch. Alec Price, very good friend of the show. If you guys have seen our Instagram, you've seen him shout us out. We catch him at every show. I catch a flick with him. I love Alec. I love JTG. JTG was one of my favorites on TV, especially when I left pro wrestling for a little bit and came back watching it again. You know what I mean? Crime Time was one of the best things on television. One of the most entertaining, but not just entertaining. When they got in the ring, they knew how to move. And they absolutely did their thing. I'm beyond excited. I can't wait to see Alex and JTG go at it. When I say I know 100,000%, I mean I know 100.
We got this match sponsored. Can't believe we sponsored this match, John Shaw. I think we got the match of the night sponsored.
I mean, listen, definitely, I would agree. To me, being one of the sponsors of this match is absolutely amazing. When Isaac sent me that text, I told you about this even when you sent me the text for JO for the GCW collaboration show for Jimmy Lloyd's birthday. But man, I can't say how much I appreciate the trust and the faith that you bring to me every single time you approach me. And, being able to have this match be associated with the show has a deeper meaning than just Talking Elite. It has a deeper meaning than just to the guy that's named here, Don Sean. It has a bigger meaning to me as a human being, Sean Soto himself. I love Alec. I love JTG. I think these boys, like we said about Jordan and, Loretto Kid, I think these guys are definitely going to go for a match of the night. I think there's going to be no stone left unturned. I think the storytelling, the emotion, the passion that they both bring to the ring, it's going to be absolutely one.
New York versus Boston, bro. It better have some immense storytelling.
It's basically the Yankees versus the Red Sox happening in the fucking West Coast. So this is
give me the Yankees.
So while I heard my boy here say JTG gets it done, I will not sit here and go against Jay the God. But I'm going to tell you right now, I know for a fact my boy Alex Price ain't gonna make it easy, and you better be careful, or else everybody's gonna be garbage out there. So JTG, Alec Price, absolute barn burner on the fucking way. Let's not sit here and harp on this match too long, though, guys. There is one more, and my God, when Isaac announced this match, when VXS announced this match, guys, I'm talking about this shit right here caught me all the way off guard. It made me pop. I became a supermark for a second again.
I'm a man with a plan.
Another former WWE superstar showing up for Mania Week. We got it. And, you know, obviously, the boy featured in almost every card right now. Jimmy fucking Lloyd versus Brian Kendrick. Brian Kendrick is definitely fucking with a different boy on Mania Week. Isaac, tell us about it.
Yeah, we got Jimmy Lloyd coming out of his birthday, and I know he's like been doing a lot of deathmatch work and a lot of like scramble work in GCW. That's cool. Listen, you got Jimmy Lloyd. He's also very underrated pure wrestler. I feel like people forget about. His last match was against Lee Moriarty. He's also had matches, like I said, against Too Cold, unreleased. That's got to come to watchvxs.com. Cheap plug. But Jimmy Lloyd, this guy could go against anybody. Again, we talked about the innovative offense that you see from JTG. You also see that from Jimmy Lloyd. Very creative genius. And when I think of creative genius, I think Brian Kendrick. We're going to LA where he resides, and I feel like Brian Kendrick, he should be everywhere right now. Brian Kendrick deserves the world. He's one of the pioneers of wrestling, of what we see. Jimmy Lloyd wants to call this a dream fight. I don't know if it's going to be that easy for him. And I also, especially with VXS, want to showcase that side of Jimmy Lloyd. Showcase Jimmy Lloyd outside of death matches. What could he do on a fight standpoint? Like, imagine seeing Jimmy Lloyd at Bloodsport. Imagine seeing Jimmy Lloyd at Bloodsport. Imagine seeing Jimmy Lloyd AEW Dark. I don't know, against Lee Moriarty again, or something like that. Wheeler Yuta. That's what I'm going for when it comes to this man. This is somebody that still has a lot to prove. Know he has a lot to prove, but also knows that he has a lot of eyes on him. And it's not going to go easy. That last match with Effie was probably one of his last VXS death matches Jimmy Lloyd is going to have. So Brian Kendrick making his debut. This is like a boss battle, dude. You're facing the top guy on top of the Mortal Kombat towers right now. This is going to be insane. I'm not saying it's going to main event the show, but it has that type of potential. And Brian Kendrick, someone I also respect tremendously. As you can see, we stay true to who we select and who we work with and who we trust, like amazing partners like you guys, but also with the talent that we incorporate. A lot of talent that I grew up to love, like JTG, like Brian Kendrick, like Too Cold Scorpio, like AR Fox, like Leo Rush, like Brian Kendrick, and all like everybody. Brian Cage, even from like Lucha Underground. Nobody even knew him. Probably PWG. That's cool. We want to have a very unique atmosphere and have that not multiverse feel, because everyone's saying multiverse, but the unthinkable. We want to always book VXS matches that make people go like, yo, what the fuck are they thinking? Why did they book this match? That's the reaction that I want to get from everything we release, but on an appropriate standpoint. And this is, again, not just setting the tone, pun intended, but Jimmy Lloyd, what does he have to offer outside of the glass, the blood, the barbed wire?
Well, hot damn. I feel like you said it all, Isaac. I feel like this match has the potential to do almost everything.
Everything has meaning with the matches, and that's one thing I feel like I can't wait for everybody to watch this show, man.
It's like a puzzle, and you got the whole story coming together with that puzzle. And I feel like with this one match, it really does embrace the spirit of the weekend of what will be in the weekend. That will definitely set the tone for everything that's coming up. I feel like what we got coming up Wednesday night is a main course before the next course of meals come in, before the next set of appetizers and the main courses on Saturday and Sunday pull in. But this match definitely does have something like a special tone, a special meaning. Jimmy Lloyd, like, I can't say much about Jimmy Lloyd. I've seen this man in person. I've seen this man on my streams. He is what he's advertised as. He's a different boy, man. You are definitely fucking with a different boy at every turn. And then Brian Kendrick, of course. You don't remember him from his Spanky days, and I don't know what to tell you. Go back and watch him when he was Spanky. The dude is special. Dude is just there's guys who are like once in a generation and once in a lifetime performers. You could put Kendrick in that category. You could put Kendrick in that position. And definitely it's going to be a challenge for Jimmy Lloyd. But I think, honestly, I'm going to be real with y'all. I told you how I like the underdogs, right? I'm finna go with Jimmy Lloyd to win this match.
Oh.
I feel like Jimmy's...
Isaac said, oh.
Jimmy's got a lot to prove. I feel like Jimmy already knows what he has to prove in this matchup. And I honestly feel in my heart, in the pit of my soul, Jimmy gonna do that. Jimmy finna cook.
I like to remind people that Jimmy has match experience in VXS and singles competition with people like Robbie Eagles, people like Lee Moriarty, people like Leo Rush. If you look at the catalog, he's been building to this moment.
So that's what I feel like he has that chance. He has
absolutely.
So I cannot doubt, and like you just said, the resume that this man has put up, and though it has been ultimately losing efforts, something's got to give and something got to break the mold. I feel like this match will be the mold breaker for Mr. Lloyd. I'm going with Jimmy Lloyd to take this victory over Brian Kendrick. That's just in my soul. That's in my heart. I feel that.
Look, Are you good, my brother? Because I want to give you the opportunity to speak.
I'm good.
All right, guys. All I'm going to say is this. Jimmy Lloyd is absolutely a different fucking boy. Mentality-wise, wrestling-wise, he is a guy that you could put in the fucking ring with absolutely anybody. And when I say it's not going to be easy for the other person, he's not that guy. He's not that guy you're just going to walk into a ring and push over. Yeah, you may beat him. Yeah, you may get that win over him, but you're going to be in that ring and you're going to get that win. You're going to get that 3 count knowing that you went to absolute war to earn that fucking W.
Gives me Foley vibes, bro.
Bro, he's there's a wrestler he's been compared to many times, and I forget his name currently in this moment. I know nobody can kind of see me. I've been kind of on my phone looking for it. But Jimmy Lloyd is absolutely that guy. He's the guy that's going to be on every single card. He's going to be, whether he's in a scramble match, whether he's in a one-on-one, whether he's in a tag team, no matter what, Jimmy Lloyd's one of those guys that when you throw him in the ring, he gets shit done. Coming off of his birthday, crazy, insane match against No Ring Barbed Wire against Effie. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about him going to the absolute limit against Brian Kendrick, former WWE superstar. Not as much to prove, maybe because he's been on TV. But guess what, guys? It's been a long time. And when you step up against Jimmy Lloyd, you do have something to prove. You have to earn the different boys' respect. He doesn't just give it to you. So, man, you called Jimmy Lloyd winning this and going over on Brian Kendrick. I think that's amazing of you. I think
amazing of me. What the hell does that mean, Sean?
I can't see it happening quite yet, man. But I do think either way, I can't call the winner, man. I can't call the winner right now. I'm thinking. Give me a second, guys. I'm really, really sitting here crunching. I'm trying to think about everything I've seen Jimmy Lloyd do. And bro, when I say he deserves this win, I know he does. But I just Brian Kendrick gets it done, guys. Brian Kendrick gets it done.
I respect that.
I think Brian Kendrick gets it done. But, guys, I don't think he gets it done easily. I don't think he gets it done quickly.
Oh, he'll be in a fight.
He's going to know.
Kendrick will be in a fight. He will know.
He's in a motherfucking match. And he's going to know he's in a match with a goddamn different boy, guys.
He will know that after that bell rings, he will know that he's been in a fight. He ain't leaving his own town unscathed. That man going to be scathed.
He's going to be bruised. He's going to be sore. He's going to be tired. And guess what, guys? I'm sure Jimmy Lloyd's going to be the same. And I'm sure if you bump into Jimmy Lloyd after the match, outside, all over the LA Strip, he'll still be ready to go all night against whoever, wherever, however. He is a goddamn different fucking boy, and he really, really lives that. It is not just a name.
Jimmy fucking Lloyd. Jimmy fucking Lloyd. All right, I'm sorry, guys.
I mean, guys, that's the entire match card right there. VXS set the tone. VXS, Violence X Suffering, set the tone. Wednesday night, March 29th, 4725, Main Avenue, Baldwin Park, California. Setting the tone for Mania Week. Setting the tone for the wrestling of the fucking week. Setting the tone for all of your expectations. VXS has spared nothing, has absolutely left no stone unturned. They went to Puerto Rico, they went to Germany, they went to Mexico, they went to the East Coast, they went to the West Coast, they went to the Great White North, they went to the Great White South, they went every single where. They brought you Wasted Youth, they brought you Jordan Oliver, they brought you Alec Price, they brought you Darius Carter, MBM, Judas Icarus, I mean Jay Malachi, they brought you Brian fucking Kendrick, Jay the God, Jimmy Lloyd, Coleman there, guys, Laredo Kid. This card is stacked. I mean, let's run through it one last time, guys. You got Jay Malachi, Judas Icarus. You got Rob Shit, Vince Steele. Somebody's getting knocked out. You got MBM, Darius Carter. They got to earn it. They're both debuting.
National affairs.
Both absolutely showing up for the first time to the Trap House for that fight. It's going to be insane. They got Alec Price, JTG, Jesus Christ, the Northeast Beast, Jay the God, Brooklyn Stand Up, guys. It's going to be absolutely insane. Jordan Oliver, Laredo Kid, another show-stealing match. They are absolutely going to destroy that ring, going to leave it very hard for whoever follows them to come up. But guess what, guys? They got Wasted Youth, B-Boy Cruz, and First Class on the card as well. I mean, these guys are all ready for that challenge to step up and try and steal the show themselves. You got Super Georgie, Hijo de Dos Caras, Kevin Knight, Coleman there, and Mecha Wolf, also ready to sit here and say, we're ready to steal the show. And then you got Brian Kendrick, Jimmy fucking Lloyd, guys. And if you can't be there this Wednesday night, Baldwin Park, California, guess what? VXS has got you covered. Tuesday night, April 4th, 8 p.m. on the brand new Watch VXS streaming website, guys. I mean, Jesus Christ.
What more can you ask for?
They're going absolutely fucking apeshit bananas in this mug. I'm so proud to be here with Isaac and my brother, bro, St. Polo. I know I speak for both me and St. Polo when we say we are very, 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 very proud and humbled to have our name associated with the biggest pre-Mania setting the tone show for the entire week. Thank you so much, Isaac.
It's just a crime that I'm not. It just sucks that I'm not going to be there, man. It really does suck.
Man. I'll send you all the footage before release. I'll send you all the footage before release, and there's going to be very heavy representation for Talking Elite, and this wouldn't be possible without you guys. So thank you so much, man, for real. It's much deeper than that, and we like staying true to the people we associate with and offer quality to people that believe in the vision that there's more to come. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for coming by through the penthouse tonight. I know it's a Sunday night. We're getting ready for the week ahead. It's going to be a busy week for everybody coming up here next week. So we all, Isaac, when are you getting to California? When do you arrive in Los Angeles?
I get there Tuesday night, so I'll get some time to sleep before the very busy week ahead of myself, especially that day. And I'll be at also commentating GCW's Jimmy Degeneration F on Friday morning. I'll also be at Bloodsport, DDT, and Prestige Wrestling.
Busy week ahead for the young man.
Our man's got his entire schedule locked in, guys. Guys, I can't say it. This has been Talking Elite presents Violence X Suffering, Set the Tone. You can follow them directly on their Instagram at VXS Wrestling. You can follow Isaac directly at Punk Isaac, no underscore, no nothing, at Punk Isaac.
Yeah.
Guys, he is the fight maker. He is the one responsible for the Trap House. He is
the one who remains.
He's the one that's out here pushing
the one who remains.
You sound like Shao Kahn.
Yeah, my boy's out here pushing the envelope, guys. I mean, look, I can't say it enough. VXS set the tone, absolutely setting the tone.
Violence X Suffering. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be a blast show. It's gonna be y'all literally are setting the tone for the weekend because it's gonna be a great weekend out in LA. If you guys, Baldwin Park, head out there, support those guys, man. Support VXS. Support indie wrestling, man. I'm telling you right now, this wave of guys that are coming in, you're going to be seeing them hopefully at a Mania in the next 15 years, or probably sooner than that.
I mean, guys, let's sit here and appreciate this event poster out here looking like a Nintendo GameCube game, guys.
That's a fact.
Out here straight crazy with it. Straight retroed it right here. Live Pro Wrestling. VXS set the motherfucking tone. Rated V for violence. Are you kidding me? My guy went ham on this poster, bro.
Rated V for violence and rated E. Everybody can get it.
Let's go, guys. I got nothing left to say. Isaac, you got something you want to tell the world before you get out of here?
Oh no, just talking elite, man. You guys deserve a radio show. This is one of the best podcast experiences I ever had, and I also hope we could do something where we could collaborate and bring talent on the show eventually, and just to do more and more to push the envelope and get the brand out there. It's all about networking, baby. And thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to Don Sean, St. Polo, again, Sirius XFM, whatever they are. They need to start looking. They got competition over here. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm very excited and proud of what the entire card's shaping to be for Wednesday, and also can't wait to talk more with you and with the public about watchvxs.com. So let's go,
guys. I think there's no better time to say it for anybody. Bro, St. Polo knows it. He don't know. He's like, well, what's Sean about to say, guys? Something that's been in the works for a long time. I know it's been a minute since we've done a live stream. You know, everybody that's kind of follows us on Instagram knows I lost my last hard drive when my computer broke. But we're going to save this. We're going to record this. We're going to have this up directly after this. We're going to have it up within a couple hours on our YouTube, on all our social media platforms. So for anybody that couldn't catch this live, please make sure you catch it there. But guys, by the end of 2023, there will be a live pro wrestling show from Talking Elite that is
yes sir.
Say word.
We will have an event.
Say word.
We will be Talking Elite. We will be bringing you absolutely rest in peace to my brother Alex. We will be bringing you the Alex Soto Memorial Tournament by the end of this year, guys. It's gonna be a fun ride. I'm gonna be collaborating with a lot of guys, a few guys that are probably gonna watch this. Gonna be like, damn, Sean, you let the cat out the bag a little early. But guess what, guys?
A little too early, but guess what?
No, it's good to know, man. I'm
absolutely
very
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you right
interested.
now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I am currently training. So I'm telling you right now, Saint's just gonna throw his hat up in that name. I'm gonna throw my hat up in that.
Lay rock bottom on him.
Listen, anybody that's followed us knows our boy St. Prolo's been training his ass off in Houston at the Reality of Wrestling. Shout out to Booker T. Shout out to Reality of Wrestling. But guys, shout out to Isaac. Shout out to VXS. We are more than happy to have anybody you want to bring onto the show any day of the week, any single time. Anybody that's ever worked with us knows we always try to accommodate you guys. But guys, I'm your boy Don Sean.
I'm your boy St. Pro. Your patron saint of professional wrestling, the one and only. Parish Antoine, listen. Don't call us, we'll call you.
There you go. And this right here is the man himself, Isaac, VXS Wrestling. Guys, it's been a minute since I got to say it on a live stream. So you already know how we're going to do it. Don't just talk elite. Don't just dream elite. Don't just be elite. You got to think elite. You got to breathe elite. You got to sleep elite. You got to really, this isn't just a word. This has nothing to do with AEW. This has everything to do with this right here.
And we ain't even all elite.
To do with this right here in the heart. All the adversities you're going through, all the road bumps, all the mountains that you've made out of molehills, guys, it is nothing compared to what you have deep inside of you. The only thing that I can say, guys, is breathe elite. Because you are the elite. There is no elite without us right here. And I mean everybody in the world that breathes the same color blood and breathes the same air. I'm your boy, Don Sean, guys. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. See you in Los Angeles, baby.
Peace.
Talking Elite.